When you're talking to a girl and she says that she does not want children, that is the biggest red flag in the world because she's living for herself more than she is for her future offspring.
Hi guys, it's Hope K. Welcome back to my channel. Pew, 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 pew. Pusha. You all don't know about that. That was before your time. But anyway, hi, welcome back to my channel. It's been like 3 months since I've been here. I am so sorry, but I was sick and I had to prioritize myself. I did think several times to just come on here and let you guys know what's going on. But listen, I live a very selfless life. And so I decided that for the first time in my life, I am going to put myself first. So you did not get any notifications. That's what it was. That's all it is. And hopefully from now on, you're going to get a back to back kind of video setting. But yeah, I'm not promising anything. So just watch this space though. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, switch on your notifications so that you know the next time I upload, because it is going to be soon. Without further ado, let's get into our video. I won't have a lot of commentary because everyone in these stitches have perfectly articulated everything that I think and feel. I'll just reiterate. I always attempt that word and I can never say it. Reiterate. Yo! I attempted an attempt. Did it work? Did it work? No. No. Okay. So, but anyway, yeah, I will just say, I do not understand why as a society we have a problem with child-free women. I've noticed that the men are not talked about because when a man says they don't want a child, we're like, woo, go king, yeah, don't get them kids because you won't take care of them anyway. So yeah, please don't have any kids. We support you, we stand with you, go king, we're with you. But when a woman says it, it's selfish. Suddenly we've got lots of problems with it and stuff. She's unnurturing and caring and loving. Why? It is her life, first of all, and second of all, it is actually by far the most selfless thing to do, to consider someone else before you involve them in your shenanigans. Like, that should be the textbook definition for selflessness. So you guys, can you miss us with that? And like I said, I am a mom of 2 lovely bundles of joy. They're amazing. I love them to bits. I wouldn't change them for the world. No, I wouldn't change them. I love them the way they are, with all of their problems and everything. I love who these people are. But I wouldn't take a dump on people who don't want to have kids, because I get it. Just like your 9 to 5, I have days where I cannot be asked. I do not want to deal with any of the things that the kids are going to bring to me. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to change a diaper. I don't want to cook for anybody. I don't want to take care of anyone. Constantly having to make sure that you stay alive is not a job I want to do every single day, but I have to, so I do it because I chose to. That's the thing. It's a choice thing. So leave people to their choices. But before I keep waffling and stuff, I'm just going to roll the clip, and please let me know in the comment section below what you think, whether you have kids, whether you don't have them, and what your reasons are. Did you think it through before you had kids? Because I'm not going to lie to you, sis, I did not think it through. I just thought you meet the love of your life, you all love each other, so naturally you have kids. Okay, I did not think it through. And plus, like, I've known, we were raised, I personally wasn't raised in poverty, but kind of, because if you really think about it, like, we weren't the richest people they were, but my parents were wealthy enough for us to, you know, get by. So I can't say I've been raised in poverty, but I've been in adjacent, close proximity with poverty, and that's some serious stuff. Like, that's no joking matter. So people should make good informed decisions whether they want to have children or not. And I confess, I did not think it through. So I love to have this conversation so that the next generation can do better than what we did. So if you like that kind of content, stay tuned. Subscribe to this channel because there's a lot of that. There's a lot of girl talk and discussions, but men are also welcome too. Absolutely. Because if we're going to criticize you, it would be nice for you guys to be there, defend yourselves, but also hold some accountability. So again, get it popping in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video. Until next time, cheerio. Don't go. Stay tuned.
When you're talking to a girl and she says that she does not want children, that is the biggest red flag in the world.
One thing about me, I don't mind being the villain in nobody's story. Call me Michael Myers, because I know you about to be afraid of my ass. Because if you think having self-preservation is a red flag to you, that just sounds like you want to use and abuse me. Take advantage of me for your own personal gain. Since we're talking about red flags, you know the biggest one for me is these folks that think having a legacy means you gotta have some damn kids. It sounds like you just trying to have kids for your own entertainment, to give you some type of validation for your own miserable, poor existence. You know what's so pathetic is that most of these modern day men really think their highest accomplishment in life, their highest aspiration is procreation. It's giving very animalistic to me. Y'all don't got nothing better to do. Y'all don't got nothing else to build besides just trying to treat my body like a dumpster. And at the end of the day, that's not going to happen in this generation. You might as well hire a surrogate. And that's going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars to complete your little legacy.
Why don't you guys go to war anymore? Like, y'all don't want to go hang out with your friends, like your guy friends, uninterrupted? They even have free food. They give you pew-pews. Why are y'all still here? Please just go back to war.
The only reason that men like you view a woman not wanting children as a red flag is because you are aware enough to know that her saying that she doesn't want children at all is the perfect indicator that she has deconstructed what patriarchy has told her mother, her grandmothers, when it comes to what it means to be a woman. In a way, a woman saying that she does not want kids is a dog whistle for other people to know, oh, she's done the work and that she's focusing on herself. Her not wanting children scares you because you know that she is not the traditional woman. You know that that means that she doesn't believe in submission, that she believes in my body, my choice, that she believes that women are equal to men. Where there is sexism and misogyny, ableism, and all the other isms are not far behind.
You know what's worse than a woman who doesn't want children? A woman who has children that she never wanted. I have the lived experience of having two parents who did not want children, but had them because society said that they should. Do you know how damaging that is? To constantly live in a home where you aren't loved or wanted, and people constantly talk about how much better their life would have been if you weren't in it. A woman who knows that she does not want children and actively decides not to have children as a result is the least selfish thing that she could do. Being selfish would be bringing kids into the world when you don't actually want them and aren't ready for the responsibility of being a parent.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't want to have a child either. Why would I want to have a child? I don't need to have a child. I don't need to have a man. I don't need to pretend that I'm in love. I don't need to pretend that I want to be a mother. I don't need to stay at home and play giggle with a little child who's just another slave in the system. I don't have to do any of this shit. Why should I do that? Why should I waste my resources doing this when there's other games that are much more fun that are available for me to play? Why? And don't tell me I will find fulfillment, because my mother didn't find fulfillment. My grandmother didn't find fulfillment. And that's why I'm the byproduct of their lack of fulfillment. So I'm talking as a woman, right? I'm the byproduct of my mom, my grandmother, and all these lineages of women that came before me. And I'm the byproduct of their discontent. And then you tell me I should do the same thing as they did. Well, quite clearly it didn't work out. So why I should do this? What's the point? How's that going to fulfill me? And the only reason I did that before, or a couple of generations ago, is because the zoo required me, through its ordained religious priests and its science of the time, which was religion, that imposes us to do that and gave us, this is what you are as a woman, you're supposed to give birth. And you as a man are supposed to go work in the field like a donkey. This was ordered by the zookeepers in order for us to create more slaves so that we can build the zoo and make the zoo structure increase and grow and grow and grow. So I didn't really want to have a child. I was obliged to have a child. It was what I did because there's nothing else to do. And that was what was told to me to do, even though it may match my biology. I didn't necessarily want to have a child. What for? What's in it for me?
Who's going to tell him? Who's going to tell him that a lot more women are embracing the rich auntie lifestyle because they're tired of men and their weaponized incompetence? I know some men think that it should be the honor of your life to marry them and take care of them like a child, cook for them, clean for them, do the laundry, all of that, take care of them and their offspring. That's the honor of your life. That's the reason you were created. Like, now your life has meaning. It's all projection. They're the ones who are afraid of growing old and dying alone. But they'll try to tell you that, no, that's what you're afraid of. How could you possibly be happy with all that money? To travel, to see the world with? It's not like, as a single woman, she still couldn't entertain a man if she wants. She doesn't have to marry one. She doesn't have to have a kid with one. She can just entertain one, go on some random dates if that's what she wants. Like, we realize that with the marriage comes a lot of responsibility for her. She is expected to do so much. And a lot of these women these days would rather take on 100% of the financial responsibility, 100% of the domestic skills in a house, rather than do it for you and get nothing in return for it. Because you still want her to pay bills. So she's single, in her 30s or 40s, unmarried, child-free, with lots and lots of money to do whatever she wants to do with, nobody to answer to, no responsibilities to anyone except herself. It kind of sounds like you're threatening these women with a good time to me.
This makes me think of when somebody told me, hurry up and have kids so you could be miserable like me. And that stayed with me. I'm not saying that parenthood is miserable for everyone, but I have come across my fair share of regretful moms. They seem tired, they are haggard, they do not get any help from the men that they are with. They mourn the life that they had before. I love having money, getting up and doing whatever the I want to do, and having serenity in my home. I understand that motherhood is a sacred journey, but motherhood is not for everyone, and people really struggle with minding their business about what you do with your body. Is that a little envy that I detect?
You know what's even more socially unacceptable today than being a woman who doesn't want kids? The reason you don't want kids. I and so many women I know have spent years trying to justify why we don't want kids, saying, oh yeah, no, I love kids. And then give your reason as if you have to justify it. And truly, one of my reasons for not wanting kids is the one you're never allowed to say, which is, I don't really like kids. Sure, there's a couple of kids I like. My nephew's really badass. I have some friends with some truly awesome kids. But in general, I don't like kids. But when you're a woman who says you don't like kids, oh man, do you need to be prepared for the wrath that you are going to get, because you are supposed to like kids. You are supposed to want children. You're supposed to love all children. And yet if you're a man that doesn't like kids, doesn't like being around kids, doesn't have anything to say to kids, no one thinks twice about it.
Should I or should I not have kids? How do you know that she hasn't deeply considered that and then chosen to not make more humans for the sake of those humans? Your concern is that she's doing this for herself, which she has every right to do. But what if she has the biological drive to have kids, like most of us do, and she's choosing not to for those kids? I'm not saying you should agree with that. I'm saying you should be able to imagine that it's possible. I would guess that questioning the value of existence goes back at least as far as human emotion, but we have it on paper from the 5th century BC. Sophocles wrote a play that included the line, "Not to be born is beyond all estimation best." Or how about Ecclesiastes, the Bible, from about the same time? "The dead are better than the living, but better than both are those who have not yet been born." My point is not that you should believe that. My point is that someone who does believe that is engaging in serious consideration about our place in the universe. And then they might make what is at the very least a biologically difficult decision to not bring another human into existence. That is not selfishness. That's selflessness that you disagree with. And that's fine. We're not all going to agree. But you're not disagreeing with someone's alternative ideas in good faith if your disagreement only amounts to an accusation. Anyway, thanks for watching.
It should come as literally no surprise to anybody on this planet that women are not wanting to have children anymore, considering the fact that the main reason for divorces nowadays is lack of commitment, and women are usually the ones who initiate divorces, right? Men will sit there and try to say that, oh, women are always the one who leave relationships. You guys are the one divorcing us. You gotta be so for real right now. How many times did your wife tell you, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, stop doing this, stop cheating on me, take care of our kids, help me with the groceries, help me with cleaning the house? And then you expect her to not only take care of the house, take care of the kids, take care of you, but then go and work 9 to 5 and go 50-50 with you? Are you out of your freaking mind? No kidding, women don't want to have children anymore. No kidding, women are divorcing men, because why would I want to deal with the stress of you doing F shit behind my back? Me taking care of these kids that I birthed, literally ruined my body for you, that you don't even take care of. Why would I want to do that when I can just go be alone, stress-free? No kidding. No kidding. But men will always sit here and try to blame the demise of society on us when they're literally the ones that built society.
I mean, as one does. Or is it only men who are given unconditional authority and autonomy over their own bodies and their own future? Because I will be damned if a man in the talking stages, by the way, has the audacity to call me selfish for prioritizing my own want, my own needs, my own health before the needs of my unborn hypothetical children in an attempt to guilt women into carrying on a man's legacy. I know the patriarchy has deluded literally everyone into thinking that a woman's only purpose in life is to give birth, be a mother, be a wife, and in every one of those situations, the woman is expected to put herself last. Her identity now revolves around the lives of other people, which is something that is never asked or expected of a man. If you are someone who wants to have children, you should be supported in that. But that same respect and understanding should extend to those who don't. And again, thanks to the patriarchy and capitalism, we've been told to think that women who don't want children are selfish, are crazy feminine, are making a giant mistake, or are definitely going to regret it. Not because children are the greatest joy on this earth, but because if we stop having kids, who is going to breed the next generation of hard little workers? Capitalism relies on us giving birth. Make sure that they keep making that money. There are many reasons someone might not want to have a child. Health reasons, financial reasons, or perhaps the fact that there are many men who don't even see us as human beings. They don't respect us. They see us as objects. They don't care about our safety, our well-being, or any women's issues on this earth. And as much as the Angry Red Pill podcast bros want to sit around and tell us that we should play our role, that we should settle and take what we can get so we don't end up like old shriveled raisins way past our prime, alone with our 56 cat, wishing we had an alpha male in our lives, lest we forget that you need us. And baby, you don't control the fate of civilization. Women in Korea really said, look around and find out. South Korean women have had enough, and many are taking part in the 4B movement. They're not marrying men, they're not dating men, they're not having children, and they are not getting it on with y'all either. And now over 150 elementary schools have no first graders, which is a record low of new students in the upcoming year. Shaming us, guilting us, that shit does not work anymore. And as much as y'all want to discredit this movement or call us irrational and crazy, until men realize it is actually y'all who bring nothing to the table, I guess we'll just be busy being selfish. Oh, baby, it's literally that easy.
Let's talk about the men who use motherhood as a means of control. Now, I'm not directing my response to the gentleman in the video. However, I am using it as an example to illustrate how a lot of these men who complain about women not fulfilling their purpose by choosing to not have children are usually the same men who contribute with their absence and their lack of effort to an environment where suffering becomes synonymous with motherhood. It is these same men who are complaining about women not having kids who do not want to have kids themselves. It is these same men who are only visitors in their household and visitors in their relationship who expect women to start a family because they were not taught that starting a family is going to require them to be selfless, to sacrifice, and to struggle the same way that women are expected to carry that burden. Quite simply put, there is a universal mom experience when there isn't too prominent of a father one.
I'm going to make the boys a little mad with this one, but if the only thing you have to contribute to the world or the future world is children, then you are not smart enough, creative enough, or remarkable enough to have any sort of legacy. There are plenty of people who don't have to have children to have a legacy. Those are our artists. Those are our some business leaders. Those are our thought leaders, and their legacies are still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, those people are always going to be remembered whether or not they have children. And again, if the only thing that you have to contribute to the world is your sperm, then I don't really think you're that deserving of a legacy.
Oh my god, a woman that lives for herself. How scary. Ooh, I'm so scared. She doesn't want to serve a man and do unpaid labor by raising ungrateful children that are probably going to be annoying teenagers and yell at her when she tries to discipline them. She's not selfless. She doesn't want to sacrifice herself for other people. She doesn't want to waste her youth by taking care of people and taking care of a husband that's probably going to cheat on her with the girl that's 20 years younger. How selfish. Ooh, I'm so scared.
Got it.